What's up guys, this is your imageediting once again, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to color correct images using Photoshop cameraraw, and I'm using the version of 14.5. yes, and what color correction basically means is correcting the lighting and then adjusting colors to make it look like how it was in reality. Yes, and so we are going to deal with the basic aspects and then the color aspects. Yes, that is all what color correction means. Yes, and you can see the image on our screen here is overexposed. Yes, so I'm going to show you how to correct that using color correction procedure. So come to the basic aspect here, and before we start, you can also do this in Lightroom. You can follow the same procedure and then apply it in Lightroom, and I think Capture One as well, just that there will be different ways and how the feature is going to look. So let's dive right into it. Firstly, I'm going to turn down the highlights because the highlights over here are too much, and then the background as well. So I'm going to explain to you what each and every aspect means. So the highlights are for the two brighter parts or the much brighter part in the image. So when I turn this down, you are going to notice everything is back to life. Yes, so with just the highlights, you can see we've made a lot of changes over here. And then I boost in the contrast a little to let me get a little clarity. Yes, you can turn down the exposure a little. Yes, and then we come to shadows. We turn down the shadows a little. So shadows are up here, headdress, the jeans, and then down here, anywhere you can see shadows. If you touch the slider, it's going to affect that aspect. So let me do just a short example for you. So this is it. You can see all the shadows are being blown away. Yes, same way if you bring it too low, this is how the image looks. So you have to adjust it to make it look real. Yes. And you have to always keep this in mind. Always make sure you are getting a realistic look. Yes. So we come to the white. The white actually acts like the highlight, so it's like the backbone. Yes, so we turn down the white to a little, and then the black also works like the shadows. Yes, so we're down to a little, and then we skip texture and clarity, and then we come to the haze. The haze, you are going to just punch in a little of it. Yes, to clear any hazy look in the sky or on the image. Yes, so I won't touch vibrance and saturation. Yes, it's going to mess up the image. So quickly we jump to color mixer, and that is where we can adjust the colors. So like I said, color correction is basically just adjusting and correcting the light and then the colors in the image. Yes, so color correction is different from color grading. That's another topic we'll be treating on our next video. Yes, so in here we can see there is blue, there is green, there is yellow, and then her skin tone is also orange. Yes, so I'm going to firstly start with the blue top she's wearing. So I can just reduce the brightness, which is the luminance of the blue. So luminance basically means brightness of each color. Yes, so if I turn this up, you can see the blue is looking like a light blue. Same way if I turn it too low, it's looking like a deep blue. So you have to know how to adjust and pushing or punching the sliders. Yes, and then saturation also means the intensity of the color. So you can choose to kill it, and it's going to look something like black and white or something. And then you can punch in all, and it's going to look oversaturated. Yes, that's not what we want. Just a little saturation and we are good. I'm not going to touch the hue. The hue comes in when you want to change the type of blue. Yes, so that goes for color grading. It means you want to change the mood of the image, and that's not what we are doing today. So with the blue, I'm just going to do this and then go to the greens. With the greens, I want to turn down the brightness of the greens, bringing more deepness or shadows into the greens, and then punch in the saturation a little. I won't touch the hue. Yes, and then same for the orange. The one, because her face or the image was overexposed, if you punch in the luminance higher, her face is going to look way too brighter. So I'm just going to turn this down a little, about -2%. And then red also falls under the skin tone. So red, orange, and then yellow falls under the skin tone. Yes. So once you are pushing the sliders, you should know what they do, yes, and how it's going to affect your image. So with the reds too, I'm going to turn down the luminance a little. Yeah. And then with the yellows, you can choose to omit it because she's fair already. So you can just ignore, and then the cyan, the aqua too, you can just ignore it. Yes. So we are almost done with color correction. And then with the last step, I want to explain a little thing about the calibration. So once you get to the calibration aspect, which is the last group in camera raw, what the blue primary especially does is it pops out any color in the image. If you drag it to your right upon how you are sitting towards your screen, if you punch it to the right, it's going to look way too saturated or popping. Same way, if you take it to your left, it's going to look like it seems like you're killing every color in your image. Yes. So let me do a little example for you guys. Yes. And this is it. You can tell all the colors are being lost in the image. Same way, if I take it too high too, you're going to see that everything is going to look oversaturated in the image, and that's not what we want. So we just want a little pop in whatever we've done so far. Yes. And this is it. So let me show you the before and after. So this is the raw image straight out from camera. I shot it with the Canon ES6D. Yes. And then this is the color correction. So you can see we didn't do much of anything. We just corrected the lighting and then adjusted a little sliders relating to the colors. So with this, you can copy the settings and then paste it to other images. So let's go to this. Yes. So it seems I've already done a color correction on this image. Yes. So you could see these are my settings. Let me open a different one too. Yes. So this image right here, we can paste the settings on it. Yeah. So you just have to right click and then it's going to be pasted on the image. But because this image, the first image was it was overexposed, yes, we have to correct that in here. So we have to raise up the exposure a little. Yes, and we are through. And then bring in a little highlight. No, just turn the highlight down rather. Yeah, then this is good. So you can see we've just done color correction on the image. There's nothing too much or way too complicated. Yes. So this is how you color correct your images in Photoshop Camera Raw, and you can apply it in Lightroom as well. Alright, so this is the end of today's lesson. Catch me up in another exciting video. Peace out.